So the last little while, I have been researching red light therapy a ton, and this is kind of because I was looking into ways to help speed up my metabolites. They control so many functions in your body, and I just wanted my body to work better. I wanted to feel good again. I wanted to feel younger and healthier again. And there's been a lot of things going on that I want to reverse. And a lot of those things have led me back to repair your metabolites. And so I've been doing a lot of research on those, and those led me to red light therapy. Red light therapy is pretty amazing. There's over 4,000 studies on PubMed just on red light therapy and different things that it could help, and all of them are really, really promising studies. It's really, really cool to get into. There's also other kinds of light therapy. Like there are studies on PubMed with blue light therapy as well, and I'm pretty sure there are studies on other colors too on there, but the majority of them either fall under red or blue, and mostly red light therapy. So it is a very cool area to look into, and there are actually specific frequencies of the light. If you haven't looked into the red light therapy too much yet, each light is formed with a frequency. So the most common red light therapy is either 660 or 630, and blue light, that's in the 400s. I'd have to look again exactly what it is. I think it's like 430 or 450. I'll double check, and I'll write it on the screen here for you. But with red light, it can help so many different things. A lot of people use it for face masks because it helps with the skin, rejuvenating the skin and the collagen, and it helps with acne, and we all hate that, so so it goes in all of the face masks. Anyway, so it helps with a lot of things. Here, let me look at my list real quick, see if I forgot anything. Oh yeah, so it promotes healing, which I think I inferred, but I don't know if I said it directly. And it reduces inflammation, which is really, really awesome. It also helps with joint pain and depression, which is really cool. I always thought of like those blue sad lights for depression, but red light helps with depression too, apparently. So that's pretty darn cool. And the other thing is, it is also known as LLLT, or low level light therapy. So, and I think when people call it LLLT, they are referring to the type of light therapy that's using lasers for the light wavelengths instead of LEDs. But I could be wrong on that. It might be the LED version. Usually if you're going to a doctor's office for the light therapy, they are using the laser version instead of the LED version. And if you're buying it for home use, a lot of times it's the LED version of that light wavelength. So the lasers are just way more. They're way stronger. The intensity is a lot more. So you wouldn't be able to do those as long, and they'd be really impactful right at the beginning, which for some things, to have it too strong would be really hard on your body, and to have it lower level, so to speak, would be better for your body. So, ooh, let's see if I can get through this. It's gonna rain soon. Okay, so then there are actually quite a few different type of light therapy devices, and I kind of wanted to go over those just really quick. There's the handheld ones, and I've got one of those. You just hold it up to like different spots on your face, and it's really designed for your face, for skincare, not for other things, and it's very low level, and most people just use it for acne in like targeted spots. Then there is the panel. Like, I always think of those full body panels, but those full body panels are usually made up of like 4 to 6 panels, which I didn't realize when I was looking at them originally. And so if you add up the cost of all 4 or all 6 of those panels, it is a really high cost, because even just one panel costs quite a bit. So just multiply that by 4 when you're looking at panels, by the way. So the panels are on like, what do you call that? Some kind of stand, and they're just like one on top, one on bottom, one next to it, one on bottom again. So it does make like a full body when you put them together. I decided that I really wanted a panel because I wanted to activate my stem cells in certain areas of my body through my bones. And the red light can go deep enough that it will activate those stem cells in your bones if you have a panel. The mats are lighter, and so they will help with your muscles, and like I feel like they help on a lighter level, but to activate stem cells, it has to be much brighter, much stronger, and go much deeper. And so you almost have to have a panel instead of a mat if you want it to go that deep. So I decided to actually try a couple different types of red light therapy. I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and so that's cheaper than all of the crazy therapies that the doctor would put me through. So I'm going to try that first, and I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, hoping that it works and can help alleviate some of these things and help deal with the root cause of some of these things that I've been dealing with, so that I don't have to go through these other therapies that are more expensive that don't deal with the root cause. So panels will go deeper, activate those stem cells, and help your body heal faster, because those stem cells don't stay in place. They move around your body and heal your body. And when you're little, you have over 200 million stem cells. And then as you get older, like by the time you get to my age, you're down to like 1 million. So you've reduced by so much. So you really want to get some of those reactivated. It's not like you're growing new ones, you're just reactivating what you have, which is awesome. There are some debates about whether it's good to give yourself new stem cells through like surgeries where they give you more, or through some type of injection or something. I don't know as much about that, because when I was looking into it did look like there were some contraindications and side effects, and it was really expensive. But when you reactivate your own, it doesn't look like in any of the literature that there are any side effects at all. So that is so ideal. I would love to reactivate my stem cells so that I can heal easier. I wish it was something that was easier and more commonly talked about, because it would be so nice if all of us could regenerate our stem cells and heal faster and easier. Okay, so then you have the mats, and I actually got a mat that I was using, and it actually did help with pain quite a bit. The mats and the panel and the masks, they all use both red light and infrared light, which is a higher wavelength. It's like 850 and 830. So your infrared really helps a lot. It goes a lot deeper, and it activates cells in a different way than just the red light does. Infrared also can go through clothing, and from what I read, it doesn't sound like red light itself. goes through clothing very easily. So it makes it a lot harder to get the benefits from the red light if you have clothing in between that and the mat or that and the panel when you're using it. But you can always like slide the mat underneath and when you're using it, and then just clean it off after. Oh, and then there's like this crazy thing where you can go into a booth that's red light, or there's like these weird tables you can lay on where they like put it down almost like a tanning bed, and that's the red light and infrared light. That seems a little far out there for me, but it's cool. It's cool. The other thing that I decided to try is my kids have been having growing pains, and so I decided to try the red light and infrared light flashlight. So you turn it on and you hold it really close to or on the area that's hurting in the leg or wherever they're having the growing pain, and it turns off automatically in 5 minutes, so you can't overuse it, because you're only supposed to use red light on the panels or the flashlight for between 3 to 10 minutes at a time. So it's really awesome that it automatically turns off at the 5-minute mark, and that's been really helping with joint pain. So that's a really awesome option too. So then we have the face masks. The face masks are really cool, but there's lots of different types of face masks, and so sometimes it's hard to decide. So I'm going to show you some of these. This one is the Photons mask DermaPlus, and it does both red light and infrared light. And a lot of reviews on other masks said that they wish that there wasn't a color in the visor area, that it was just clear. And so I was like, oh, this one's clear, that's cool. And the first mask I got, I did not like at all because it put a lot of weight on my nose and it was really heavy. And this one, there's no weight on the nose. It holds on from the top of your head like that. Hi. And so like you're putting it onto your head, so there is some weight on your head, but there's not weight on your nose. And I really hated the weight on my nose. So I liked this one a lot better than that one. And this one also can do yellow light or blue light, and blue light helps kill the bacteria that causes acne. And what I liked about this one that the other ones didn't have was this one, the blue, red, and yellow can all run at the exact same time. You don't have to run them as separate. So I can run all 3 at once. I don't know if it's my favorite mask, but I do like that feature a lot, and I would much rather have the weight of it on my head than on my nose. So I liked this one, but I don't know if it was my favorite. So we are gonna get to my favorite though. And my favorite and my daughter's favorite are not the same. So a teenager and a mom might not like the same mask. So you may want to consider her opinion as to her favorite as well if you're looking for a mask for a teenager. Or just if you liked certain things that she likes that I don't like, then maybe your favorite will be her favorite. I don't know. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you is actually this one. It's the 7-color LED mask. This one, I actually wanted the face mask because I was having migraines, and green light has been shown in some studies to help reduce migraines. And I really wanted a multicolor mask, not just a red light mask, because even though I wanted red light, I wanted green to help me when I'm having a headache or a migraine. So this one is the first one I'm going to show you that does green light. So check this out. So this one's kind of like glasses. So I'm going to put my glasses up. Okay, So this one, the little buttons on the side, you just plug it in to recharge it. So there's no wires, which is really nice. The other one has wires. And you just put it on kind of like glasses and then hold this part. And then, let's see here. I wonder if I forgot to charge it. Okay. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay, can you see the color? So each of these like zigzaggy lines, I don't know if you can see it, each of these zigzaggy lines have this color shown through them, and that's supposed to be your light therapy. So here I am on purple and like a light blue, and then like a, let's see, what color is this? This is like an orange. And here's my red, I think. And then, no, this is my red. That was an orange. Here's my red. Here's my green. So like, I could, because this is clear, I can get light therapy on me and still be doing anything, and I can fully see everything. And the color of the light is light enough that I can have my eyes open while it's running. Now, it's also light enough that I don't feel the effect on my skin very much. So I don't know if this is my favorite, just because I kind of want to be able to feel it on my skin a little bit more than I do. But I was tempted to, because in the other light therapy, I have to tell you, it makes my skin tingle, and I love that feeling. I can feel my skin activating. It's almost like I can feel the collagen activating. It's amazing. So I kind of like this one for being able to see really well and do stuff while I'm wearing it, and I like the green light on it, and I like the way it feels on. It's not, it doesn't put weight on my nose like the one I don't like, and it's just really nice. But I don't know, it's so light. Like the actual light itself is not very strong. And so I don't know that it's my favorite either. But it did come with, it came with some accessories. Let's see. It came with this fun tool that you turn on and it vibrates. And as it's vibrating, you can run it on your face to like massage your face and work your face, which is really nice and fun. And it also came with a headband, and it came with instructions that talk about the different colors and what they do to help. And then it came with these powder puff accessories. So it is nice, although I'm not certain about the strength of the light. I just kind of want it to be stronger. Okay, so Eva's here to share her opinion on them as well. Here, maybe let's try this now that you're here. Okay, so Eeva, we already went over this one.
Okay.
Did you like this one?
I liked it. I think one of the problems with it is that it puts a lot of weight on your head, and it would give me headaches if I would have it on me for too long, because it was putting pressure on the back of my head.
And then the other thing is, I thought that because this was clear, you could keep your eyes open, but you could not keep your eyes open. The light is so bright that you have to wear eye covers for it. So even though it's open, that doesn't mean you can see.
Yeah.
Where I showed them this one. You liked this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one you can have your eyes open for, which was kind of nice, but it was so light that it was like, how long do I have to wait to feel it working?
Yeah, I couldn't really feel it working when I was using it.
Did you ever feel it working?
I think after I used it for a really long time, I started to feel it in my skin.
I had to use it a full 10 minutes before I felt it, and with most of them, I only have to, I have it on for a minute, and then I feel it. So, yeah, this one does do something. Like, you could feel it a little bit, but you had to wear it a lot longer.
Yeah.
Should we show your favorite now?
Sure.
Okay. So, I'm gonna grab it from over here real quick. Okay. So, her favorite came in a really pretty box. This is not my favorite, but it is her favorite. So, we're gonna, where is it? No, it's in here, just kidding. The plug is on top, so I questioned myself if it was in here. Okay, so this one, okay, this one looks like this. And then it has an attachment for the neck. So, like that.
I think it's really nice that it covers the neck too, because some of the other ones don't.
Yeah, that is really nice. And this one, that was part of the reason I actually got it, is because I was really excited to have something that would also do the neck. Because sometimes things, like, not everything stays on your face. Sometimes it goes to your neck too.
Yeah.
So, this one is also 7 colors. And I will actually put the names of these in the description so that you can go look at them yourself. I am thinking the name of this one is the Banavir? I will put the name of this on the screen. And I'll put a link to it in the description too. But this one was really interesting because when I first used it, I tried to use it just like sitting in my lounge chair. So I was kind of leaning back, but I wasn't laying flat, and it was so heavy on my face. So like kind of like this, and then you put the strap behind your head, and it's really heavy on your face if you're sitting up.
If you have it sitting up, it puts a lot of pressure on your nose, on the bridge of your nose.
Yeah, and it like pushes my eyelids in, and it does not feel good at all. It actually is quite painful. And I was like, but then when I turned it on, I could feel it working almost immediately. Like within a few seconds, probably within 30 seconds, I could feel it working. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. But I hate it. But Eeva had a different experience with it.
So instead
Do you wanna
of
hold it?
instead of putting it down, well, instead of wearing it when I was sitting up, I laid down flat on my back while I was using it, and I could feel it almost immediately. And even though it put some pressure and it is heavy, it definitely helped. And I think I thought the pressure felt good. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you had just started breaking out too, and when you started using, between this one and this other one that I got, when you started using it every day, your pimples like dropped to almost nothing. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
You haven't used them in a little bit, but when you were using them, you really, like, it really helped get rid of the acne.
Yeah.
So, and this one is cool though. I'm going to show you guys some clips of it in action, because this one, yes, it has 7 colors, but you don't have to run them all separately. Like, they kind of run separately, but you put it on this like weird setting where it goes red, blue, green.
It cycles through the colors.
Yeah, it cycles through them all. It's so cool. So that's really cool. That makes me like it a little more, even if it is really heavy. Like, it's a really heavy mask. It's heavy.
Yeah.
It's, even though it's just as intense as this one, it's heavier. It's a lot heavier. And it has a lot of settings. So you can control all of the settings on this. The face mask hooks in through one of these, the neck is through another one, and you can control all of the different features about it down here. So it's really intense. Really, I was planning on sending it back, but now guess whose favorite it is. So I don't know if I will, because she likes it so much, but there's a lot of really good things about it. it just wasn't my favorite because I don't like the weight. I want something really light. But also with this one, even though there are holes for the eyes, you have to close your eyes with it. The lights are too bright, and so you really have to close your eyes. It doesn't block out enough light for you to have your eyes open, unless you're just like super person and can handle that much light in your eyes. But I don't think most people could. It's too intense. So it's not like you could do anything with this. And even in the instructions, it said that you're supposed to be laying down to use it. So it needs to be a time that you're not going to be up and about, and not even in a chair. You have to actually be laying down, otherwise it's going to be painful.
Do you want to talk about the pegs that we found out you're supposed to use with this thing?
Oh, so also in the back of it, so this is what this one looks like. And there's like an extra layer of plastic here, which is kind of nice, so you can clean it in between. But it came with these pegs that are, they're black with a little piece, and you're supposed to put those in these holes. But we found that it was very painful to use the mask with the pegs in, so we're just using it without. But it does come with them, so if you find it less painful with the pegs in, then go for it. Okay, so we're gonna just put this back in here and show you the next one here. So the next one is my favorite one. Okay, so let's do this again here. Okay, this one is the Dermabeam Pro. This was actually the most expensive one. And the reason I bought this one is because after the first one, so I wasn't even planning on buying multiple of these, let me be honest. The first one I bought was that really heavy one that she likes. And I tried it as soon as we got it, and I was like, this is extremely painful, I need a different one. And so I planned on returning that one and just getting a different one. And then when I looked at the other ones, I was like, I need to know which of these is going to not hurt my head. So I'm gonna order multiple and just send back the ones that don't work. And maybe I can tell people about which one worked for me so that they can not deal with buying one that hurts their head like I did. So that's actually why I even have more than one in the first place. It's not because I just like buying lights. Although, you could assume that I do, but you'd be wrong. So this one was the first one I found after that, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Actually, you know what, I think it was the second one that I found, because the first one I found after, I think, was the clear one. And with both that one and this one, I was like, oh my goodness, I can put it on like glasses. That means it's not gonna put weight on my face. I don't want weight on my face. So that was what I was going for with all of the other ones. I don't want weight on my face. So I really liked the glasses aspect of this. And trying it on, I instantly loved it. Okay, so the way this one works is very similar to the clear one. You plug it in to charge it right here, and then to turn it on, it's actually easier to turn on. You just touch this side part, you hold it for 3 seconds, and then it turns on, and it has 7 different colors as well. These colors are much stronger than that clear one though, which I got the clear one first, and at first I was like, yes, a green light that I can wear with my eyes open, yay, without it hurting, right? Well, this has green light, and guess what? I can wear it with my eyes open. Granted, it's like wearing very heavy-duty sunglasses, but I can still see, even if everything is tinted. So I can put this on, And even though you can't see my eyes, like I look like some kind of Star Wars character.
You look like a snowtrooper.
I look like a snowtrooper. I look like a Star Wars character, but I can see out. And even though you can't see me, I can see you. So, and I really like the light. A lot like the other ones, I can feel the light working almost immediately when I put it on. And to change the color, I just have to do this. And it goes through all 7 colors. It's really awesome. So I really like this light. And I just charge it, and then I can do stuff while I'm wearing it. It's a little bit harder to do stuff while I'm wearing it in some ways because I don't have full peripheral vision. I just have in front of me vision because it blocks out, like you can see right here, it blocks out anything to the side.
It's like wearing swim goggles.
Yeah, it's like you wore tinted goggles, like very strongly tinted goggles. It feels like you're wearing like, so it kind of feels like my rose-colored sunglasses, the FL41s, a little bit, but darker. So I have a lighter prescription of those, and this is just darker, but it's a similar color. It turns everything mostly brown but slightly pink, and that's kind of similar to those.
Yeah.
So
I liked this one.
What did you think?
Yeah, I like this one. One of the things I didn't really love about this one is that because my face is smaller, I guess, it slides down on my nose, and so I have to constantly I have to constantly adjust it up.
Yeah.
Which I mean isn't too big a problem. It's just kind of a nuisance. That's like the only thing that I don't like about these. One of my favorite things is like I'm sitting in a room and nobody knows that I can see them.
And this one you can actually read while it's going, unlike the other one, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But you were complaining about it sliding down. See, I didn't feel like it slid down my nose. I felt like it sat where it was supposed to pretty well. I mean, maybe the tiniest bit, but not much more than my glasses do, so it didn't bug me.
I think it might be because my face is smaller or something. I don't know.
Maybe, or maybe you're not used to wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I'm very used to glasses, so I got my first pair when I was pregnant with you, actually. My eyesight was perfect before her.
Yeah.
So you liked this one then? I was thinking you didn't as much.
Yeah. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And the light works really well too. So
cool. Okay, so as far as like face masks go, we're gonna add one more, but it's not exactly a mask. So it goes in the face mask category because it is used for your face, but let me just show you what it is here. Oh, will you turn that off real quick? Okay, so this, you lay down on a surface, you put this down, and then you lay down underneath it with your head underneath this. And then on the top, you've got the settings to turn it on and which colors you're gonna turn on. And this is actually the medical grade version. So it's what they use at like spas and clinics and stuff. So I didn't exactly get this for the face, but that is what it is designed for, and it works really well for that. Also, you can take each panel off, and you could just run the center panel as like a red light panel, as a small red light panel. So this one is really versatile as for what you would use it for. You wouldn't necessarily use it just for to replace a face mask. And I've had this one for several years. So this one is really nice. You do have to lay there, and you have to wear light cover and over your eyes. And this one is too bright for my youngest. So she really needed some light therapy, and I had her try this with the eye cover, and it was too much for her. But then when I bought this one, because it covers the eyes so well, doing the red light with this one really helped her. And she has some issues with her blood because she has spherocytosis, and so red light actually really helps with your blood and stuff. So she hasn't done a ton of it, but she has used it for joint pain and for a couple other things to help her get through a couple different problems. And even though she's a little one, it has helped her quite a bit. And but I can't use something as powerful as this. I need the slightly lighter face mask that's not going to bother her eyes, because I don't want her to be uncomfortable. So this isn't for everything, but it can be for a lot of things that face masks can't be used for. So it is really handy, and I wanted to throw it in there.
Yeah.
So which one you would choose would really depend on your budget. I mean, obviously your lifestyle, and like whether you chose to use an eye mask, a panel, a something like this that kind of works as both, a red light mat, like all of these different options. It totally depends on your lifestyle. Do you want to be able to move around while you're using it? Do you want it just to be like a 10-minute thing in the morning and then you don't use it the rest of the day, or you only use it in the morning and right before bed? Because that's what a panel would be, where a mat is when you're resting because you're in pain or whatever, you've got it hooked to your leg, and it's helping with your leg pain, and it's helping repair damaged tissues if you're injured. So like the different ones that you can choose from, it totally depends on budget and lifestyle and your preferences, really, and what you need it for too. Because like the panels, that's going to help with the stem cells, but the mats I feel like are way more comforting, and like, I mean, they say you don't have side effects from the panels, but I kind of did. So maybe I should I talk about that in a different video?
You know what? That would actually... that would probably be a good video.
So I might do another video on some of the side effects of the red light panels that I had, because I did have some. So I'll go deeper into those in another video, because this is already getting too long. But yeah, so like, I don't know which one I like more, the panel or the mats. Part of me leans towards the mats, but I don't feel like I definitely don't think you're activating the stem cells with the mats, and that's part of what I wanted to do. So I guess I like both the mats and the panels, and kind of like, I like the face masks too. I like the face masks a lot for the green, because I can't get those other colors through that panel. It only has red and infrared. So these other options give me colors, and I think of these 4 that I showed you, I think I'm only going to keep 2. I'm going to keep my favorite and her favorite, and the rest are going back. So either that, or we'll give them to someone as a gift. They are all really good options, just I can't keep all of them. So the one other thing that's really cool is when we got this one, it came with a free one of these, and then it also, when I ordered it, they offered a discount for getting the set of this and the face cleaner. And the face cleaner has a bunch of really powerful skincare things on it that are always recommended, like hyaluronic acid. And this is vitamin C for the skin. So they recommend actually washing your face with that cleaner with the hyaluronic acid in it, and then after you wash your face with that, you do 2 drops of vitamin C and rub that on your face, and then you do the red light mask. And the red light mask helps your body absorb the vitamin C from your skincare routine that you just did, and it is actually really, really nice. Do you want to talk about that? Because you've been using it like twice a day.
I've been using it, yeah.
Like, you haven't been using the light twice a day?
No.
But you have been using this skincare twice a day, and it has helped you so much.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah. So, as I started using it, I started using the face wash and the vitamin C.
Yeah.
And over like a week, I could feel my skin tighten. I saw the bags under my eyes like
Disappear.
virtually disappear. Like a lot of my acne went away, and my skin just looked a lot better.
That's awesome.
And I really enjoyed it. I think I would get a lot stronger results if I started using the light more frequently too. Yeah.
She was using
I was using it
every day for like 4 days and then just randomly quit.
I kept using the face wash and stuff though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it did really, really help. Yeah. She had like a really bad outbreak that just didn't want to go away, and we had done a few things for it that normally worked for me, and it wasn't working. Give it to those hormones to mess things up for us, right? So we swapped over to this, and all of a sudden it's going away. It's amazing. So it's really good. Anyway, so that comes with that. So that's pretty darn awesome. And I definitely, even if you're not going to get the light masks, I definitely recommend this brand for their face wash and this vitamin C stuff. It's their brand, again, is Dermabeam Pro. My tongue is twisted a little bit, but yeah, it's a really good brand. I am really impressed. And the vitamin C even has more hyaluronic acid in it on top of what's in the face wash, which is really nice. And it also has niacinamide in it, and vitamin C and vitamin E. So you've got all of those mixed together. Those are really good for your skin. So, and it says that it brightens, hydrates, and repairs. I feel like it's repairing and hydrating. Do you feel like it's brightening? You do?
Yeah. Before I started using it, I don't know, it felt a lot more matte, but every time I use it,
you feel glowy.
I feel glowy.
She feels glowy. So glowy. Okay, so the one other thing that we just want, and what's really quick, is so funny. So the other day we we were playing around, and we came up with this script, and we were like saying it in all kinds of different voices. So we're gonna end with Eeva saying the script in a really funny voice.
And we can decide which one we want.
Tell us which one you like more.
You know those annoying wrinkles, joint pains, and acne that never seem to go away? Well, red light therapy can help. It uses red and near-infrared light to promote healing and improve skin health. Plus, it can even help with depression. Who knew a little light could do so much? Okay. You know those annoying wrinkles, joint pains, and acne that never seem to go away? Well, red light therapy can help. It uses red and near-infrared light to promote healing and improve skin health. Plus, it can even help with depression. Who even knew a little light could do so much?
Who even knew? Instagram influencer voice.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the one.
You know those annoying wrinkles, joint pains, and acne that never seem to go away? Well, red light therapy can help. It uses red and near-infrared light to promote healing and improve skin health. Plus, it can even help depression. Who knew a little light could do so much?
Okay, which one did you like best?